Got the Freshie YZ, dude. The rebuilt. What'd you blow up? Your piston?
Yeah, top end.
Top end, dude. And why are you in pajamas? Why are you in your PJs, dude? It's 90 degrees. Come on, baby. Managed to get Josh Haddon and Jackson Hicks out of retirement for this lovely day. Chad Reed. We're parked here next to Kickstart Kenny, and I've got my gas station pickle. Mixing gas and hauling ass. From the Mideast racing results, 236 people completed a lap today, so that's a huge turnout for Memorial Day weekend. Playing taps here to commemorate and honor the people who allow me to hit trees on my dirt bike. Jackson Hicks put his big boy pants on and is out here on the 250 junior line with me. Josh and Caleb elected to ride the trail riders class. My new friend Brian Upton, who I did battle with on the start last race, banged his bars a little bit, so I'm concerned for his safety. Last Sunday at Strange's Ranch Mudfest, I got first into the first turn and then I stalled it. But Bryant went ahead and led the pack into the woods, so I know those guys got nerves and balls of steel.
And the early lead, we're going to take a look now. Junior C, 10 seconds. Matias Ferreira, Travis Wood, Kane Ingle.
Jason here on the left accidentally sent it about 2 seconds before the flag dropped. But he's out here leading the pack, and I squandered a good start here. I've got 40 hours on my stock tires, so I just kind of flounder around and flop all over the place here going in the woods and let everybody else pass me. For some miraculous reason, the last couple of races I've had, I've gotten really good starts. But this is the least favorite part of the race for me. I'm trying to fit all that traffic into this narrow little path in the woods. There are a couple lines here, and I just kind of ease up, trying not to eat shit. And everyone else just kind of goes on and makes their way around me here, but we start to catch up. My good friend Cole Brown here on the Husqvarna I raced with in Carolina XC last year. I knew him because I watched a few of his videos, so definitely check his YouTube channel out if you haven't already. He does the commentaries like I do, although he does it in one take, I believe, and he's not nearly as awkward and difficult to listen to as yours truly. Mideast really is a spectacular series. I feel like it's really comparable to maybe a GNCC Junior. I feel like the more seat time I get in a series like this, the more comfortable I'll be in the local series that I run. I rode both Durhamtown Saturday and Mideast on Sunday, and I did the same exact thing last weekend. Both times, both places had AT82s for sale, so I took my friggin' tire off going to Durhamtown on Saturday. I brought the YZ, got to ride my neglected Yamaha, and thinking I was going to be able to have a fresh new set of tires for the race today. But both places were friggin' sold out. The only options I had were an overpriced $160 AT81 or a MX53, which I noticed they had plenty of stock in at Mideast, so no one's running them apparently. I'm going to go ahead and order the AT82 and MX34 front, I believe. Let me know in the comments if you think that is a good decision. I've been racing for about a year and a half, and I feel like I'm getting pretty good at riding on really worn tires. I usually have my feet hanging out, ready to catch myself if I start to eat it. Dude, fresh rubber would have been clutch today. All the roots, the ruts, the mud, I would have been in a much better position if I had accurately prepared myself for today. Cole and I here are stuck in this train, so I try to take this awful friggin' line and end up smacking my hands. In addition to neglecting my tires, I'm also neglecting everything else on the motorcycle besides my oil and air filter. I have two broken clutch and brake levers. I'm running the knobbies, which really friggin' suck through this single track. Trying to pull in this hydraulic clutch that's maybe 40% of what it used to be. My left hand kind of cramped up, maybe like 8 minutes into the race, and I don't think it unseized itself from the clutching position till like an hour after the race. I've also got my right radiator shroud held together with duct tape, thanks to Caleb Landrum. He stitched me back up. My shroud was kind of flapping in the wind for a couple of rides, and he got me back together. But I'm currently saving for my wedding, which will be in January, so all of my expendable income that is not going to race fees is going toward my wedding fund. So hopefully once I am hitched, I will be able to afford my dangerous, expensive hobby. I almost feel ashamed of the line selection I had during this single track moment. That was friggin' awful. I kept hitting my bars on the trees, and I couldn't get myself straight, and I know the people behind me were not very happy with me. Due to my lack of skill, Cole gets away from us, but we'll see if we can reel him back in. We're in full catch-up mode trying to get back with Cole, and when you're hauling cheeks on the first lap, not knowing where the hell you're going, sometimes things sneak up on you. So we get this little log jump here, and you kind of hop over it and try to make some ground up. This little sideline princess here doesn't like the cut of my jib, so she tries to throw something at me, but keep on trucking. Before the race, they warned us about this little bridge here, and it definitely got slippery a couple laps into the race. This is a pick from, I think, the second or third lap, but man, yeah, it was a little tumultuous looking at the depths that you would fall if you were to eat it off the bridge. I don't really know how I feel about riding after four-wheelers. I think that they suck. I don't like anything that doesn't have two wheels on it. It definitely adds a degree of difficulty once you start to get into the deep four-wheeler ruts, but so far it ain't too bad. This section was really gnarly here with this big-ass root sticking out here on your right. I think I hit it every single lap. I saw a bunch of people eat it time after time. I would pass people lying down horizontally. That little false neutral there. Maybe I should just stay in second gear instead of downshifting into first. Miraculously, I believe we've caught up with Cole again. I hear this guy on my butt cheek, so I signal him to go ahead and pass me here so he doesn't kill me. That little appendage bonked me on the head every single lap. Nothing like a little traumatic brain injury to keep you motivated. This straightaway was like taking a leaf blower straight to your balls on a hot, sweaty day. It felt fantastic. I felt way more comfortable on this part of the course. There were some technical elements, like a bunch of spider-webbed roots going up against off-camber inclines and declines, but I feel way more comfortable being confident enough to stand up and take full control of a motorcycle as opposed to sitting down on my butt cheeks and rubbing them with sandpaper against my stock seat. This handsome gentleman went down and remounts his motorcycle right in front of me, and I got someone right behind me, so the pressure's on to get a pass, so hopefully I get some breathing room. this section here was really difficult lap after lap with these worn out tires. So I usually just try to find a rut, stick with it, and hope it'll guide me on my way out of here. $90 is not ideal weather. I would prefer 52 degrees and not humid as balls. But the fresh air and the fourth gear felt fantastic. I see Cole again. Let's go ahead and maybe have a nice little battle here. A couple of fellow squids are singing each other lullabies on the ground here on the left side, so I'm grateful I took the right. I got the good line up the hill, and maybe we can make this pass stick on Cole. Instead of rev bombing or hurting someone's feelings when I'm behind them trying to pass them, I just make robot noises or something, and hopefully something happens. But I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to anticipate the trail being clear up ahead, and I just kind of maneuver my way through some tight trails. Squid Billy Johnson here with a wonderful move on the right side, and just kind of watch this guy as he maneuvers through the woods and maybe does a cartwheel a bit. I would say that is truly impeccable form that I will, at some point later on in the race, attempt to replicate. I've managed to sneak the chin mount onto the last couple Mideast races that I've ran, and I will say, while I prefer the chin mount perspective from a point of view, I feel like the camera shows me going slower than I actually am going. I know I'm not very fast, however, the chest mount seems to look like you're friggin' flying through this tight stuff. And I'm thinking about maybe picking up the DJI at some point, because I feel like that, with the extended battery life and perhaps ability to make me look faster than I'm going, would be pretty clutch for the YouTube channel. Usually when I'm racing, I pull over on the second or the third lap, and I take like 2.5 to 3 minutes to take my gloves off, pull my backpack off, open the friggin' compartment, swap out my battery, put my gloves back on, put the backpack on. It's rough. And this race, I really attempted to see how I would finish overall if I didn't take that time to swap out the battery. So I neglected to record half of the race, but I feel like I finished in a pretty decent position. I thought this little ravine drop here was really friggin' cool. I will say that I think this is one of the toughest but most fun courses I've probably ever rode. I probably could have done without the single track for 2 miles, but it was a overall very enjoyable time. Mr. Squidbilly Johnson's on the ground again, and all of a sudden, I'm feeling inspired to attempt to recreate his initial tumble. I don't really know what happened here. I feel like maybe just having worn out tires is not conducive to efficient riding. I'm definitely generous when it comes to letting people buy me, but this guy had a friggin' awesome line up this hill. Saved me a lot of trouble. We're in 9th place at the moment in 250 Junior, so hanging on to a top 10. Let's see if we can keep on grinding. I fell asleep at my desk here, and now it's 3:24 in the morning. So I'm gonna wrap this commentary up real quick. into lap 2. We're hanging out in 8th place. My best attempt at a Canadian accent from South Park here makes this guy just absolutely fall asleep.
Come on, buddy.
Here's a clip from lap 4 where I hit a friggin' tree and I drag it with me. I do have to waste like a minute of my time trying to yank that thing off me so I can navigate safely through the woods. And that dropped me from 9th place to 12th in 250C, I think. And yeah, let a few people pass me there, but nothing you can do in that moment besides yank that thing off you. It happens. The GoPro dies up ahead here, but like I was saying earlier in the video, I elected to not pull over and waste 3 minutes of my race time festering in the woods trying to change out the GoPro battery. So came at a great cost. I didn't get to record the last 2 laps, but I think it was worth it. I wanted to test myself and see what I could place in a series this caliber of Mideast without having that extra time added on. I think I finished 12th out of 16th in 250 Junior, and I finished 107th overall out of 236 with some bald tires. So we'll definitely take that. I'm pretty happy with my finish. I think if I'm beating more than half the pack in a Mideast race, we'll take that all day, brother. I feel like if I can maybe just get like 10% faster, we'll be making some moves happen here. But for now, we'll just take what we're given, and I've been having a lot of fun on the journey. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you at the next round.